Alright, what is up everyone again? This time we're going to be going to Vertigo in the order of the maps appearing in the practice menu. This is CT spawn, as per usual. This is going to be mid, because it's the middle of the map. Say it with me. This area leading to A is called elevators. Not sure why. This entire area is the A bomb site. This set of 3 boxes is called headshot, and that is because this is a very common spot to hold as a CT. Mind you, the CT can also jump up here and hold this angle. There's also an option, but obviously it gets the name headshot because when a CT is standing here holding this angle, only their head shows. This area is called side hall. It includes this area as well because, well, it's a hallway on the side. Get it? This area is called heaven because most of the time someone will be holding from this position right over here. And it seems that Counter-Strike players are very inclined to call positions on the high ground to be heaven. You can call this walkway catwalk because it's a platform on an elevated surface, or you can call it rafters. Whichever one suits your need, whichever word you like better. This is called sandbags because it's much easier to say sandbags than concrete mix bag. This is called a ramp. I mean, it's a ramp. It's a ramp, so they call it a ramp. This area is called scaffolding because it's, well, scaffolds, you know? This area right over here, right over there, is called boost because sometimes, and very occasionally, you'll have the 2 A players on CT boost on top of one another, and if they both stand up, you can actually get a very nice sight line. If I could just show you guys. Yeah, there you go. Basically, it gives you a sight line like this above the wall. And you know, since it's going to be 2 CTs boosted on top of each other, you just call the spot boost up. You can call this area bottom of A ramp or bottom of ramp. Now, there are a lot of nuances with the positions that can be held at bottom ramp. For example, right over there is called 50. Not sure why. Over here can be called big box because of the big box here. Over here can be called sheets because these are preferably metal sheets, even though they're construction plates. I don't know. Usually I never have to use these very specific callouts, but the general area is called bottom of A ramp. This little cheeky corner right next to bottom of ramp is called save spot or lurk because often when the T's rush through A ramp, they'll leave one player behind here to hold the angle, make sure no one flanks the team from behind, which is why it's called lurk. And it's also called save spot because, you know, it's a place where you save because you're pretty much hidden from all the rest of the map. Moving on over here, this area is called ladder room. I hope it's obvious why it's called ladder room. You can make a distinction for top of ladder room and bottom of ladder room if that's so important to you. Moving on over, this is the T side of mid. If you want to look, this is how it connects to mid. We have finally reached the other side of the map. This is T spawn stairs. If you come right over here, this is where the T's spawn. I hope that everyone agrees that this should be called porta potty. Coming over to the B bomb site. Usually, I don't need to use the name for this callout. Most of the time, you will be using the name B stairs because it's the stairs that lead up to B for both the stairs part and this little underpass part. But if you really want to get specific with it, you can call this under B. You can call this area under B stairs. And obviously, this area, B stairs. Moving on to the actual bomb site, this is how it looks like. This area is called wood. I hope it's quite obvious why it's called wood. Once again, you can call this walkway catwalk or rafters, whichever one you wish. Now, the really weird thing is, I've heard exactly 50-50 split down the middle this callout be vents due to the vents, and electrical box because of the obvious implications that this is an electrical box on the side over here. Not really sure which one to call it. I mean, either vents and electric box works. You can call it E-box to get real short with it too. But honestly, it's up to how you interpret this little piece of, I don't even know what to call this construction. As for this little area that connects the middle of the map with the B bomb site, I urge you not to call this heaven, because we already have a heaven callout at the A bomb site. So you can use one of its many names, which can range from Guardian, Jump Up, Connector. Any one of those names will work. Just don't say heaven. This is also called headshot, and obviously whenever you use the callout headshot, the position you're referring to always depends on which way you are pushing. So if you're pushing mid as a T, that is headshot. And if you're pushing the A bomb site as a T, that's going to be the headshot. And also, just before I forget, this set of two boxes is called double. I hope it's obvious why it's called double. And you can also call it default if you really want to, but either of them will work. And that is because CTs will sometimes be posted up here, like so. And it's also a really good piece of cover to get from over there to over here. So quite a common box to be calling out, so it's important to know the name to it. And this big piece of furniture, not even furniture, this crate looking thing, I don't know what to call it, man. It's called white. It's white. Because the color is white. Just call it white. Another cheeky spot is this huge pillar over here that you can hide behind. Obviously, you can tell by my foot that you're completely hidden from the people who rush into the site. So, important to know the name of this callout as well, which is pillar. Because it's a goddamn pillar. The important distinction to make for this map is to call this ramp and to call this stairs. Because obviously, I have heard many people call this ramp, which it's very important to distinguish between the two because these two callouts are on complete opposite sides of the map. It would be a tragedy if you were to call this ramp and your entire team rotates over to A. And of course, don't forget the most important callout, which is, yo, he's over there, oh my god, he's over there.